Let's talk about stack and the queue in this video. So we all know the stack is last in first out. So that's the data structure for the last in first out order. So in the Java collection, actually the stack is inherited from the vector. So in the stack UML diagram, you can have the empty stack. You can pick and pop and push. So you also can search for the specific element for the position in the stack. We have the empty. So the most important thing for the stack, they will maintain the first in, last out order. So that's why the order is important in the stack and the queue. We shouldn't interrupt the order. So quickly see the example for the stack. You can see you can create a stack for the string. So when you push one by one, their order will be the Oklahoma, Indiana, Georgia, and Texas. But really, when you push one by one, you see Texas will be pop out first. Right, for your stack, we have to maintain the order. So that's why even you push, the last one you push, they will pop out. When you call the push and pop order, they will follow because they always push at the beginning and also pop from the first as well. However, can we still using the iterator to traverse the stack one by one? Should we use the iterator or list iterator? Remember, right, your push and the pop operation, they will follow the order first in, last out. But iterator just means you want to see the content about the data structure. So that's fine, you just want to see that. They won't really interrupt your push and pop order. So that's why we see here, we're back to see the hierarchy here. Right, so stack is here, right? So stack actually is inherited from the list. The list inherited from collection. So on the other hand, right, if we want to use the iterator to traverse the stack, we can do both. We can either use the iterator because they are one of the stack. Sorry, the stack is one of the collection. We also can use the list iterator that's from the list because stack is one of the list. So that's why here you can see, right, we still push the same data one by one, but we still can have the iterator. So the iterator have the next to print one by one. So even when you push one by one like that, so then when they pop out, there will be Texas, Georgia, Indiana, Oklahoma. That's the pop order. But if we really go to see the order inside the iterator, you will see when we display the stack using the iterator, they still using the Oklahoma, Indiana, Georgia, and Texas. So that's why we can see here. When we implement the stack in the Java, actually they push at the end and they pop at the end as well. So that's the stack. So how about queue? Okay, so queue is here, right? Queue is inherited from the collection. So when we really want to have the queue class, queue will have the first in, last out order. So this video we just finished the queue. So the next video we will talk about the priority queue. So when we see the queue only, queue inherited from the collection. So then you can, so we don't, in Java, we don't call push, we call offer. You insert element to the queue. So you can pick which one is the next one. You can remove. Okay, so you can pull. So then here we can see you can create a queue like that. Okay, so even you see queue actually is a library. It's an interface. So So the queue can be the object type, but they don't really has the concrete object. So we use the linked list here. Okay, so that's why you can offer the Oklahoma, Indiana, Georgia, and Texas. So then when you remove one by one, you see they remove from the beginning. So that's queue. So the queue, you can use the remove to kind of pop the element from your queue. So the same thing, if you really want to, using the iterator to access the element one by one from the queue. Okay, so remember your offer order and the remove order, they won't interfere. If I only want to see the information from using the iterator to see the queue. Okay, so can I using the list iterator? Can I using the iterator? Oh, so actually this one I need to be careful for queue because from the inheritance hierarchy, queue is inherited from the collection. So if you want to use the iterator to access the queue, you only can use the iterator. You cannot use the list iterator. So that's why the example here, when we show this one, the output, I want you to try by yourself to using the previous example. So they only can use the iterator. They cannot using the list iterator.